This year we got to do our team trip to Colombia in Cartagena. It was around a week long, and both the men's and women's team went. We got to play with some of the kids there at the urban squash program, which is maybe the only one, I think, either in Cartagena or in Colombia. And we also had a few, like every day we would have 1 or 2 training sessions, and had a few other trips around the area. Just a tour, we went to an island one day, and a good team bonding trip as well.
So I definitely expected the training to be hard, and I was really looking forward to working with the urban squash kids, and both of those were true. It was great training, and also it was really well meshed with working with these kids and making sure we were giving as much energy to them as possible. And I think it was a really nice way to step back from kind of the pressures of college squash to work with these kids and see what their lives were like. And it was a good mix between our own training and working with the children.
It was such a great time working with kids. I think a lot of the Harvard squash team already have a lot of exposure to like coaching and stuff. We're all used to coming down here and coaching in our free time. So I think a lot of us have that like experience of coaching, but it was obviously very different to go to a different part of the world where the courts are outside and everything, and there's only like 9 courts for 50 odd kids. So it was very different, and it was quite eye-opening to see like the circumstances at which all these kids who are just like us, just wanting to play sport and hit the ball around the court, which is what we did. So it was really nice to like be able to have fun with them and like give them some of our knowledge of squash and stuff. So it was really nice.
As a first year, Colombia was extra special for me because it kind of gave me this explicit chance to get closer to my team, to both teams. And when you get closer to your team on a personal level and start considering them as your family rather than just people you practice with, I believe this makes a huge impact on how you start performing in matches and how you want to represent your teammates who are now family to you. So this training trip made a huge difference in my life, in my team life as well. And I'm so glad I was part of it and got to have my name next to amazing people and squash players.
Actually, one of my favorite moments on the trip was the last day when I was coaching 2 kids on the court. We started this warm-up drill, just a little bit, boring, repetitive warm-up drill. But they were so incredibly motivated and so focused that it had been an hour before I realized we hadn't switched sides. So we were doing this one warm-up for at least an hour, and they were just so excited about it. And they were really just a treat to be able to coach.
I definitely think it really brought both teams closer together, both within the men's team and women's team, and then also between the 2 teams. It was just great to be able to spend so much time with each other and eat meals together. And definitely, I think, improved our cohesion moving forward. I know that the international trip is something everyone talks about after their 4 years and says it's one of their most memorable experiences, and I think that was definitely the case for everyone who was on the trip this year, that they'll look back at it very fondly.